GTA 5 has been out for what, 7, 8 years now? And I think the most popular question I've ever seen asked about it is, why does it take so freaking long to load? It's insane. I've played probably hundreds of games over the last 8 years, and not a single one has had loading times as long as GTA 5. Well, in today's video, I want to show you guys why the loading times are actually so long and how this random guy fixed it. And it's something so easy that it's mind-blowing how Rockstar haven't fixed it. So, why does GTA 5 and GTA Online take so long to load? There's been a number of answers to this question over the last couple of years. Some people have stated, hey, the game is just so big, and when you're loading in, the reason it's taking so long is because it's loading all the extra content, all that very detailed map. But that's not true. Cyberpunk 2077, probably the most detailed game that's open world. That game loads in a fraction of the time GTA Online loads. Another answer was that, hey, it's peer-to-peer network, and because the game size, it's gonna take longer to load. But turns out that's not true either. So the guy who did this, I'll leave a link to this post, I guess, this website that he made, where he touches on why GTA Online loads so freaking slow and how he actually cut it by 70%. This is a very detailed post, and I'm gonna be honest, I don't know half of what he's talking about, because he does get very detailed into the code and why GTA Online loads so slow. I'm not going to be going over every single thing. If you are a programmer and you want to take a look at this, I'll leave a link to this in the description, like I said. But we are going to get a very simplified answer as to why this is the case. Now, before we even get into that, there was a poll, and granted, this is only 271 people, but if you extrapolate this to the larger GTA Online community, I would say this would hold up. The poll, the question was, how long does it take you to load into GTA Online? 51 people said 1 to 3 minutes. 125 people, the majority, said 3 to 6 minutes. And then you had whatever these numbers add up to be from 6 minutes to 15 minutes plus. And I've been one of those people sometimes. On PC, I swear, every other time I load up GTA Online, it almost is like it gets stuck loading. And I'm just sitting there for 10, 15 minutes. I'll literally hit online, it'll load up, I'll go do something, make a sandwich or something, I'll come back, it's still loading. So why is this the case? Let's break that down. So this guy's benchmark, now he doesn't have like a great PC, but I mean, it's I guess a decent enough PC. He tested it, so just loading into story mode, took him 1 minute and 10 seconds. Loading into online, it took him 6 minutes. And then he apparently also had the startup menu disabled, so he's just counting the time from the Rockstar logo until he's actually in game. So 6 minutes, that's what we have. Now, the first thing he noticed, and this is where it starts getting a little detailed, we're just gonna sort of breeze through this really quickly. He noticed that when it started loading into online, his CPU skyrocketed. And it started using a lot more of his CPU. And that obviously is interesting. It's something that he noted. And the gist of everything he did, he went through a lot of different steps to figure out why that CPU was being loaded so much more than when he was loaded into single player. He went through a number of different programs, and that's what we're just scrolling through here. He said he went down the rabbit hole. And again, if you want to look into the details of this, you can be my guest. I don't know what half the stuff he's talking about in these particular paragraphs are, but he comes to the conclusion that the reason it was taking so long and that his CPU was skyrocketing there was because it's parsing something. And the particular item that they're parsing is an item with 63,000 item entries. And as for what it is, he's assuming it's something to do with the catalog of like everything you can buy in GTA Online. He says it could have something to do with the microtransactions, but 63,000 items, that might be all of the content you can buy. Like literally every single piece of equipment, all the clothes, all the car upgrades, all of those combined, I guess must equal 63,000. And the problem, I guess, from reading this is that it's going almost one by one to figure all of this out, to scan through all of that. Now, I'm sure there's a much more complicated explanation. I'm hopefully not saying this right. If I am, I'm sure someone will correct me in the comment section. But that was one of the first things that he noticed. And like he says, of course, that's going to take a while. There was also an issue with some sort of hash array. I have no idea what half this stuff means. It's too big brain for me. But again, he does explain, if you're into this, if you're into programming, what everything he figured out. Let's just get to the end though, because what he did was he basically rewrote the code for the intro to GTA Online, because that's how he tested it. He said that's how he used it so he could write this article. And he does link the full source if, again, you're a programmer, you want to check it out. We don't care about that. We're the dumb people here. We just want to know, how did this guy do it? What did he do? Did it work? And as it turns out, it did. So if you guys remember, that original load time that this guy had was 6 minutes, roughly 6 minutes. Well, he did 3 separate tests with 3 separate solutions. So I guess this first test was only the duplication check. It lowered it by 1:30. He did it with only the JSON parser patch. It was then 2 minutes, 50 seconds. And then he did it with both issues patched, and his 6-minute load time only became 1 minute and 50 seconds. And that's where he gets the 69% load time improvement. Nice. So a too long didn't read summary of all this. There's a single thread CPU bottleneck while starting up GTA Online. It turns out that GTA struggles to parse a 10 meg JSON file, and the JSON parser itself is poorly built. And after parsing, there's a slow item deduplication routine. Now, the one thing that I don't know, and I haven't seen too many people comment on it, so I'm sure if maybe someone is better equipped to handle this question can let us know in the comments. I don't know if this also is the case on console. Obviously, this is on PC because there's a single thread CPU bottleneck that he noticed. I don't know if this same issue is on console. I don't know if the reason console loading times is the same we see here. But he does say that, hey, if you want, we can link this to Rockstar support. Not spam them, but just link it to them. Because it's something so easy, apparently, that if there's one person could do it, a billion-dollar company like Rockstar surely can do it. And it's kind of shocking how, 7.5 years later, this is still an issue. I think since day one, people were complaining about load times in GTA Online. And the fact that it wasn't because the game was so big, it wasn't because peer-to-peer network, no, it's because of the game not being, the intro to the game not being optimized correctly. It's as simple as that. That is mind-blowing. Again, this game, GTA Online, has made billions of dollars, and Rockstar, they couldn't find a way to fix this problem. Like, surely they knew this was an issue. They made the game. This guy literally reverse engineered the game and figured it out. Surely the people who made it already knew about it, right? I thought this was a very interesting topic to make a video on. I mean, again, one of the things we've always complained about are the loading times in GTA Online, and the fact that it's almost literally because of Rockstar's incompetence. That's very sad to see. And maybe if enough of us let Rockstar know, hey, fix this, maybe with the expanded enhanced edition, hey, maybe they actually decide to fix it. That'll definitely be something to look out on. But you guys, as always, in the comment section can let me know what your thoughts are on this particular topic. Are you kind of upset now that you know why the online loading times are so high? And do you think they should get fixed? Thank you guys for watching. Please drop a like if you did enjoy. Subscribe for more GTA content. And as always, I will see you guys in the next one.